name is Beth Hiley here for Board Game Geek, and I'm sitting down with Az Drummond from Mythic Games, and you've brought us your new. I'm holding the tiniest part of this, which is Reichbusters.
You're exactly right. That is
I know, right?
a little
this
bit.
Is ding, ding, because this game is definitely all about
Over-the-top fun action. Hello, you. So I got a wee wave from the background there. Over-the-top fun action, big gearing stuff. Where are you going, mister? We have some intruders in the booth coming into sitting. Hello, you. Yeah, Reichbusters Projekt Vril is our Kickstarter that we finished in November last year, and right now is in late pledge. So right now it's something where the backers are going in and submitting all their shipping information.
Yep.
But if you're watching at home and you like the look of the game, you can still go and pick up a late pledge right now. The game is sort of complete, but we wanted to come and sit down with you guys because we did a bunch of new stuff for the late pledge. So we have some new elements, and we have a bunch of updates and shiny stuff to show off.
You do have the shiny stuff, that's for sure.
We should probably start and give a bit of an overview first.
Yes,
Okay.
please. So what are we attempting to do?
So it's World War II. It's nearly over. The Allies have nearly won. It's all going very well, but in secret laboratories in the deepest, darkest parts of the Reich, Vril Meisters, these nefarious scientists, have found this magical energy source called Vril. And it's kind of like this energy, this power that can be used to rend metal, it can be used to destroy, it could be used for good, but they don't want to use it for good. We see them taking machinations, these big machines, power armor, big suits. Actually, we have some. Let me bring some forward here, actually, so someone can see what I'm talking about.
There we go.
So they have mutations of biology, but also of machine, where they're trying to put their soldiers in these hugely powerful suits to go to the front line and try and turn the tide of the war. And this is such a danger to the Allied forces that if it was to get there, things would not be as we know it. It wouldn't turn out good. So what do the Allied forces do? They get together and they form the Reichbusters. These are the over-the-top heroes. All the Allied nations, so Canadian, French, British, American, we even have German turncoats who went and said, we don't like what the Vril Meisters are doing, it's horrible and evil, we're going to join you and try and take it down because it's so twisted and dark. Let me show you some of the stuff. So for example, this is General Wolf we have here. He's made himself a mechanized walking chair and a flamethrower powered arm, and he's equipped his guys with, these are Sturm soldiers, with big heavy machinery, big heavy hammers, shields and weaponized guns that would just tear through metal. But what we also have are biological machines. This is the Shrieker. He looks quite a big, except when he's sitting beside Project X. I'll get to him in a moment.
Right?
And the idea, these are the very, if these were ever to get to the front lines, these would just destroy tanks and infantry. It would turn the tide of the war. So the Reichbusters start off knowing just a little that this is happening. And the players, when you take on the role of the Reichbusters, you're going to go through a campaign set of missions where you're going to discover each of these things in a growing and advancing way. So I'll go to the top-down camera for a moment and show we have common everyday units like officers, like soldiers, like dogs. These are the things that the Reichbusters will discover. They know them well, they've fought them before. But as they go on, they'll find soldiers that have been mutated into experiments. They'll find dogs that have had Vril injected into them unwillingly. They'll even find reanimated undead that have been brought back to life. And of course, the nefarious Vril Meisters, who all come with their own rules and their flavor and give you this really kind of almost dungeon crawling feeling, but more like an infiltration, espionage. You're going in to steal the information, to stop the technology, to assassinate the head Vril Meister, all these different kinds of missions. And coming across these Vril Meisters, you'll see that they have more upgraded powers, so as you kind of go through the story, you're going to kind of unleash all kind of hell. But it will be something the players discover themselves at the same time the Reichbusters are actually doing it.
With the whole overlay of World War II on top of all that.
Yeah, so you'll have Thompsons, you'll have Panzerschrecks, you'll have all the traditional standing weapons you're familiar with, but then you'll also have their Vril upgraded forms. You'll have these extra special types of weapons and troops and units that just make the whole thing bold and really poppy. The whole thing is very over the top, very punny. You know, we have this guy sitting on a barrel. This is Botchka. He's a Russian engineer. His deck is full of puns. He loves Stalin for time, and we have a German character called Hans, who has a card that says "Give them a Hans." Like it's all very tongue-in-cheek, but really good fun. It is a beer and pretzels type game, not to be taken too seriously. So whenever you're going in, you're going to be coming across lots of different types of terrain. So this is just a quick sample to give the guys at home.
Yeah.
When you play a mission, you're going to have unique maps, and you're going to have to explore the maps. And each time you play, you'll have different layouts of doors, different layouts of items, and you'll be challenged always by this, this alarm tracker. So the first half when you play is when you're undiscovered. You're infiltrating, you're being quiet, you're trying to not make a lot of noise. You're opening doors, making your way through, and trying to eliminate any threats you might come across as quickly as possible before they raise the alarm. What will inevitably happen, though, is as you go through the rounds of the game, eventually they're going to find out you're there.
Of course.
And the game takes a whole different twist then. You go from espionage and stealth to now we must complete the mission. The objective is number one. If we have to leave people behind, that's what's going to happen. And you must charge through objective in mind. And the second half of the game plays much more like waves and waves of troops are coming at you, lots of soldiers and enemies, and you have to battle your way out and try to escape. They're giving away free ice cream in the canteen. I'm away. See you later. So my French hasn't improved since last year. The cool thing about the game, though, is not only do we have the core game, which has a castle and bunkers and scientific labs, but on the late pledge, we also have an expansion called Not of This Earth. So this is just to give you a little feeling of that. This is just a little sample tile where you'll be coming across units like these. This is where the Nazi technology, they've used Vril to develop a Vril portal, and they're going through to another world, an unknown planet, where they find alien races who use Vril inherently, like it's part of their nature. They just control it naturally. So the Nazis want to find the aliens, control them, experiment on them, and understand how they use Vril so they can make horrible weapons. The Reichbusters turn up, and they're in the middle of this conflict, and all of a sudden we go from a room-to-room espionage thing into more of an open world fog of war. The Reichbusters stuck between two opposing forces completely changes the gameplay. So it's an expansion which gives you almost the same characters, everything you know and love from the core game, but a very different style of mission.
Now an overthread of sci-fi.
Yeah, that's it, exactly right. So you're getting the historical, but you're getting the scientific as well. It's just, for us, the pop and kind of pulpy nature of it really led to us. We love Nazi UFOs and kind of over-the-top things. Like, who doesn't? You know, Nazis on the moon, we'll get there. You know, you have to love that stuff. So the campaign is this ongoing thing that you can play if you're into the narrative and story, but every time you play the game, because we have so many different, like this is just a quick sample to show you, different types of tiles, so you can build your maps however you want. You can build your own maps, you can do your own thing, or you can follow what we call the raid system. So when you play a raid system, you choose a map, you choose a Vril Meister to go up against, and you choose an objective. As I say, it might be assassination, espionage, might be rescuing somebody, it could be a range of different objectives.
Yeah.
And you combine those three together, randomize it if you wish, and you get a unique raid just for you. There's hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of different combinations. There's over 17 heroes in the game. So when you play, you can play from 1 to 4 people, each one of you with a different Reichbuster, and every Reichbuster comes with their own unique deck of cards. So in this case, for example, this is Quentin. Quentin is our bow-wielding British schoolboy. He's very pip-pip old boy. He's very swift as an arrow, and he literally has cards that say, "Jolly good show, rule of Britannia." You know, he's very, very nice. And all of his cards are very unique to him. They dictate his play style and how he integrates. If you were to change to Red Hawk, for example, she is our Russian sniper, far more focused on bird of prey, these kind of cards where she's very stealthy. She's almost like Black Widow in Marvel, that kind of feeling. She's getting in, but she's very, very dangerous, almost superhero in terms of her stealth and her precision. Oh, the ice cream's gone. Right, okay. So, vodka fueled. We drove into the stereotypes a little, but had our own fun. You know, it makes sense to us. So the idea is that you'll not only have raid missions you can completely randomize every time, but you'll also have different hero setups, different teams, different items, different skills, and all these things that will help you customize your gameplay. So you can say, to this mission, I want to go loud. Let's take grenades, let's take mines, let's take explosives, and let's just blow the doors open.
Well, I feel like that is a good opportunity when we're talking about large.
You know it, this is perfect, yeah?
To talk about
this is Projekt X. So Projekt X is his own expansion. Look, I'm sorry, look, Lincoln's like, Az, what are you doing to my white balance, man? What are you doing? Projekt X is his own guy. He's actually an amalgamation of 4 different soldiers that were thrust into this biological and mechanical monstrosity. When you fight this, he has 5 different body parts: his head, his 2 arms, his legs, and his torso, each of which you have to take out individually, one at a time if you wish, or you can go straight for the head. But if you weaken him component by component, he'll slowly get slower, deal less damage, you can take him out. He is his own expansion of his own, with his own campaign missions, his own raid missions. So if you want just a brand new Chaos Dreadnought for Warhammer,
right,
for example,
there you go.
There you go. But if you want to add him in, he also adds into the narrative and the ongoing story of the game as well. So essentially, core game World War II, we've got sci-fi and Not This Earth, and we've got way over the top big bad guys for all you people who love huge mechs and evil. All available for late pledge at the moment until the 2nd of April. We're on the website gameontabletop.com, and we're kind of introducing new things. In fact, forgive me, I have one thing I forgot to show you actually. I'd love to see what you think of this, Beth. I'll show you first actually. So this is Sergeant Sally.
Okay.
We have a lot of community, fans out there at Mythic Games who get involved in what we do. I'll let you pop it down. And for us, we try and show our projects as, that's her, as early as we possibly can, because backer feedback's a huge thing for us. One of the things we did in the Kickstarter, it was only a 10-day campaign, is towards the end we decided we're going to get a box done by Paolo Parenti, world famous artist, well known for Dust as well and all his work on Magic for decades.
Yeah.
We're going to get Paolo to do a stretch goal box for us with a beautiful art with a pin-up and the plane that the Reichbusters use to drop in on their missions. The community loved the art. They saw it and went, oh, this is just beautiful, this is gorgeous. And we went, we need to do something more with this. So we sculpted a Sergeant Sally mini as an alternate. This is her in her kind of almost pin-up, but really it's just a kind of striking a pose. She's meant to be a motivator, a really representation of the strength of the Reichbusters, and she's an alternate mini that we can use in the game that we brought out just for the Pledge Manager. So even if you didn't back the original Kickstarter, all of that's still available, but there's little additional pieces as well.
Yeah, no, that's, I mean, you guys really thought about all sorts of
fun, quirky, energetic, over-the-top stuff.
Well, and ways to also bring in your fans, your community.
It's a huge part. It's why we love Kickstarter. We do hope retail next year. This is the kind of project we'd love to take to retail. We hope that next year Reichbusters will be in your stores as well, even if you don't back it now. But our community is part of the reason we love Kickstarter. Well, it's a real benefit to us.
So we don't have a box to show yet, so I've just got the little flyer in my hand. But if you guys want to check that out, that is Reichbusters, which is being published by Mythic Games. And Az, thank you so much for really letting us take a grand tour.
Thank you, Beth.